Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. Midday money. Although slightly before midday. Just because I want to throw some free picks out here before the games go off. So there's that. That's why we started a second early. So I'm going to put them they will be in the chat. I'll put them in the chat section. I'm not going to put them up on the screen because I'm going to just go through the usual recap, stuff we talk about. Twitter, at Mr. Sean Higgs. Come say hello. I tweeted him out. Early stuff. Iowa State. I believe Lehigh is a noon start as well. So there's that. But again, Twitter, at Mr. Sean Higgs. YouTube channel, like, subscribe, notification bell on so you know. No Sean Shorty today. I didn't do a Sean Shorty. I went to bed actually last night, first time before I guess 1:30. It was early. It was probably around 11ish. I was tired. Still tired. A lot of, the new page, little back end problems there, a little frustrating doing stuff, a lot of extra work. And it's very time consuming. It was nice and easy. Before. But again, subscribe to the YouTube channel here. Why wouldn't you? iHeartRadio podcast form after the fact. Hopefully listen to podcasts. Because you know what? We got a nice little ad read we like to read every day halfway through the show. A little semi-sponsor. I joined up. At least one person did. At least one person joined up. Yesterday in the free picks, 2-0 with our Major League Baseball. Might as well, we could start them up now. We get everything going here. Why wouldn't we? Well, you know what? Let's say for the degenerates out there, you need a spot. I got you covered with an offshore, and it's Saturday. That means up to $200 back in free play, lost wagers, and on your college football plays. Reach out to me if you need a credit spot to play at. I'll throw you a couple dimes there, start you off. Now on to me making you money, because that is what I do. And we've been doing it pretty much all season long across the board here. Plays are posted in the chat. They're on YouTube. I mentioned baseball yesterday. Nice 2-0 sweep. 229 and 209 plus $2,650. Having a good run on the sites as well with our Major League Baseball with the premium stuff. And if you're a YouTube premium member, again, $299 YouTube premium, you get a whole lot of premium stuff for $299. We're having a good baseball season. I'll tell you how good it is in a second when I find MLB here on one of the web pages I'm on here. What are we at? Up about 2 dimes for the year. 310 and 297. It's all right. Again, plus 2,000, we'll take it. Player props, again, winner yesterday. Lindor and Soto. We end up with a split, 79 and 145 plus 1,200. We'll run back the stolen base brothers again. $4 for Lindor, $4.50 for Soto. Mr. Numbers put out that Soto. I dug into Lindor, and since Tuesday, when they played, you've gone 1-1. 1-1, but when you're getting 390s, $4, you're winning. I mean, we were at plus $3 with our props coming into this. We're up $900 in 3 days with the stolen base props between Lindor and Soto. Now, not saying it's going to cash every single day, but I will play it every single day through the end of the season. College footies. We are 7-8 in the free picks. Obviously, I got some work to do because on the pages I'm 17-7, which is 71%. So obviously, I kind of give a few more out here, and they have not cashed. So apologies to that. You got a couple premiums in here as well. We'll see how we do today. Iowa State -3. It's come down to 3.5. Lehigh, a little off the beaten path play, -19.5. Cincinnati. I got this on the site at had like a 17 clip. So it's gone up. It's gone up. It went 17 and a half. We got a 19 and a half on another. It's up to 23 now. I still like him. If this guy doesn't win by 30 here, he's out this year. He is out. Satterfield, whatever. Goodbye, coach. South Florida plus the 18 against the Gators. Memphis Tigers minus 14. Mississippi State plus 6.5, and San Diego State. Little money line it there. They're not getting 105 points. I think the line's 1.5, 2. We'll take the plus money there. So there you have it. There you have the card for Saturday. I didn't put MLB out here. You want to talk MLB? I mean, it's a college football day. I do have one baseball game on the site today, and I swept the board yesterday, by the way, baseball. We got out the brooms. We got out the brooms yesterday. Toronto won. The White Sox won. The Royals won. And the Texas Rangers won. I think I had 3 underdogs there. Not too bad. That's how you make money in baseball. Listen, today where I would be, I thought about under Milwaukee. We had them yesterday. It was a winner here in the chat. How about the Rockies? No way San Diego could lose again, right? Again, the Blue Jays. Bassett's on the hill. The Yanks can't beat a good team, or they lose 2 out of 3 to them. So I'll take the Blue Jays there. I need a big outing from Tariq Skubal. I need a lot of strikeouts today for my plus 950 strikeout season winner there. No way the Dodgers could lose 5 in a row, right? Yeah, they can't lose again. Like the Braves, Waldrop's pitched well. Seattle's been just floundering, but yet this line has moved 10 cents. And Giolito and B. Fatty, good game. But again, wasn't going to roll out here and just take baseball to take baseball today, especially during football when we're doing well. I forgot to do Teaser Tuesday. Ole Miss, Mizzou, South Florida for college footies today. Giants, Jets, Raiders for tomorrow. There you go. There you go. What else do we have to do? I could delete this. Anybody wants to get in the NFL pool, I mean, there's still time to get in my NFL little mini contest. 150 deposit. And if you bow out, obviously you don't get your 150 back because you can't. But we have 12 people in it last time I checked. And I'm going to check right now because that is how I do things. Let's go to the little pool. My picks are in. View your picks online. Let's see. I did my picks. So we have 12 people in the contest right now. We got 12. We got a 12 pack in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. If you want to get in, you got minutes left to get in. Hours. You got hours left because you can still get all the Sunday games. No, I try. I try to see how good you are by inviting you into a little football contest. Close that window. Close this window. All right. We're live on the YouTube. We got 12 likes and 13 watching. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. King D's in the house. First comment. Welcome on in, King D, on a Saturday. There are the picks. We went over them. Western Michigan also sprinkled money line here with the Western Michigan squad, huh? All right, let's pull up some Western here. I'm on the live odds here for Odds Logic page. Let's see, where is Western? There's Central Michigan. There's Central. Texas Tech's on the board already. No, Western Michigan versus North Texas. Sprinkled money line, huh? On a 11.5-point dog. You know I can't really complain about a plus money underdog. Gerald says, what's up, campers? Pub Sports Radio Campers Contest, 100 entry, 75, deadline 9 o'clock. Gerald's coming in to pump up the puppy. I got to go. I missed the show the other day with Jimmy the bag. See, that's $100. See, mine is 5 picks a week ATS. So mine's more expensive because there's less people. Like if I did something on my channel, I do that. I do a less one. Actually, I shouldn't even say that because people don't even pay $2.99. Michael B's in the house. College football cash, James Madison under. I had Madison plus 15. I'd take a nice winner there. Swept the Rangers, Blue Jays money lines, Giants, Cardinals over. Lost the live bet on KC money line. Buckner can hit a 54-yard field goal with seconds run off the clock, but can't hit an extra point. Yeah. It happens. It happens. I got, you know what? Like, I got to check, see how Ron Mexico did. 56 points from Ron Mexico, 56.92. We outscored, I'm a Swiftie, 56.92 to 8-1. Keenan Allen on the bench for us, 19.8 points there. What happened there? I'll tell you what, Smith better have a big game, him and Zay Flowers, to make up for those 20 points. Yeesh. Andres in the house. Ron Mexico putting in work. Herbert gave us 28. Yeah, man, we could have got 20 more, though, from Keenan Allen. Gary's like in San Diego today. It's a National League matchup, so it's more important. I guess, but I mean, like, how do you like the way they're playing? You like Randy Vasquez? You like Vasquez on the hill? It's crazy because if you look at this guy's, I mean, he started off good. Let's see. When did they kick him down to the minors? Kick him down to the minors in August. So he hasn't pitched in them.
Notice.
It's the 6th, so he hasn't picked in a couple weeks. Down in the minors. Yeah, I'm not interested in guys coming back from the minors. Just to work things out. And let's see. Did he work things out in the minors this year? A 5.63 ERA in his 2 starts. Not interested in the Padres. I mean, on top of that, you're laying $2, $1.85. $2 a DraftKings. 11-5 start to college footies. Not bad. 4 plays going today. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on the sites. 13 if you count the first half. I like the card today. And I only added like 2 games today. Everything else was already in for the week. Michael B. We got Iowa and the 3.5. Duke at home doggy. Baylor at the 3. Oklahoma 5 over Michigan. UCLA money line so far. No opinion on UCLA. Oklahoma line I like. It's gone up. Michigan, you can lose this with a freshman quarterback. Where Venables lose here, that hot seat is. I'm fine here. The whole house is on fire. He needs a win. Baylor, I like Baylor with you. I had Baylor last week. I came back on him. Duke and the Illinois, I'm torn on that. You know, it's sort of like Illinois should win that. It started at 1 and went to 3. But the fact that Duke is paying a quarterback $4 million. And Iowa, you got the hook there. I sort of like Iowa State. Am I sort of? I mean, I put it, well, it's on the chat. There it is. It's on the bottom. There it is, on the bottom. Gary likes Memphis as well with me. Baseball, Texas, Houston over with the Grom and Hunter Brown on the hill. I could see that going over. I mean, especially at a 7. You know, late in the year, tiring out both guys a little bit. I know DeGrom, you know, injury histories. He just gets tired. Hunter Brown's younger, innings, all that stuff. Central Michigan and Pitt under 53.5. Let's check it out. I mean, you love these squads here. At 53.5, it's 50. Well, The live right here is coming in at 51. You love these Central Michigan schools. Bengals, Browns over 47.5. Yes. Yeah, I think the Browns are scoring. I mean, the line is 5. I think the Browns have a puncher's chance, believe it or not. So you like the Rockies today? I do. I mean, you're going to be $2. Randy Vasquez has been garbage. That's why they sent him to the minors. Juice 48.5 on the NFL. Let's see here. I see a 47.5 at Penny. 48's flat. Over minus 115 at FanDuel. I mean, nothing crazy. I still like it. I think the Browns are going to score points. I know it's. You look at this line; it was 5.5. It's straight. It's 5 now. It is 5s. Gas Ace of Sushi's in house. Chiefs O-line was underwhelming last night. Again. And then listen, I didn't have that game. I put that out there free pick because I thought the Chiefs, you know what? All the time to stew and hear all the chatter about how they weren't good and got smoked in the Super Bowl. Not meant to be. I figured, you got a summer to get it right, Andy Reid. And I said when I was doing, I think I was talking to Matt Fargo, or maybe it was Chip or Doug, whoever we're doing football with, whoever I was doing the football previews with, I said, you can't take the Chiefs. I said, who do you like more? You like the Chargers or the Broncos? And I kind of leaned a little bit more Chargers based on, sophomore slump for Knicks. But this is not the same. This is a defensive Kansas City team. The offense has been sputtering for a couple years now. Extended line Markel's in the house. Justin's nice. Yeah, it's a bigger one. I mean, I was in the pub one last year, I believe. Any upsets? Yeah, I think there'll be some upsets. I think Mississippi State wins today. I break my balls about Keenan Allen. Do you want to sit our third-round pick, Njoku, or Flowers, who plays in the game with the highest total? I'm just saying. It's tough when the guy has 20 points in a standalone game. You see it. It stands out for us. If it was on a random Sunday, it'd be like, yeah. We'll see what happens. I see you, baby, with the plays. Yeah. I don't like jumping in. I take my time in there, King D. Lauren's in the house. You're rolling, keep it going. Yeah, we're grinding along here. It's what we do, Look, when I'm going, when the goings are good. I mean, we have monster runs because I have such volume. And even when they're not going good, it's not like we're bad because it's not like we're hitting a 1 and 8s. We're just going like 2 and 3s. We're just kind of spinning the wheels type stuff. But as soon as we start catching the breaks, that's where you see me at my best, I guess. I don't think Colorado's pitcher will last long. Listen. The guy's an 80 ERA. Right? I mean, let's look at him. He's pitched 2 games, 3 2/3, 4 innings. So 2 games, 7 innings, 10 hits, 7 runs. But also, I mean, you're counting on the Padres. I can't count on the Padres. They've lost 4 in a row. Excuse me. They've lost 5 in a row. You think they could pick up ground on the Dodgers, who lost 4 in a row? They didn't pick up anything. Got Virginia over 54.5. Is that right? VGA, is that Virginia? UNLV, moneyline, UTSA. None of these cats even made my ticket. Oh, I think somebody last time was saying San Antonio. Go Rockies. I still have a season win total under 59.5 wins. I think you're safe. I don't think they're getting 20 wins in the next 21 games. Are they going to go 20-1? Duke is on the board. Let's look at the let's see who's on the board here. We're fresh up to the second. Texas Tech up 14-0. Virginia is 7-7 with NC State, 7-0 Jacksonville State. Pittsburgh up 7-0. The SMU up 7-0 on Baylor. Wonderful. There's Duke 3-0. Indiana over Kennesaw 7-0 in that one. If we roll down to some added games, Minnesota 7-0, Florida State 7-0, Lehigh 7-7, New Haven Mercyhurst 7-7. And the boards are just changing. We got red, yellow, and green all over the place. Welcome to Fantasy Football. Yeah, hey, listen, I'm just busting your chops about Keenan Allen. Might have a good one. Speaking of having a good one, the best way to have a good day is to use Delete Me. Delete Me. It makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. Data brokers make a profit off your data, and your data is a commodity. Anyone on the web can buy your private details, and this can lead to identity theft, phishing attempts, harassment. But now you can protect yourself and your privacy with Delete Me. As I've said before here, I have an active online presence. You see me on the Twitter, the YouTube, other shows, media. Privacy is important to me, right? I got 2 kids, got a wife. I like a little privacy. I got to be out here as me, as who I am, but I'm sure somebody's been a victim, identity theft, harassment, that kind of stuff. Now, take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special for our listeners. Today, you get 20% off your Delete Me plan by texting HIT. And it's right here on the screen. Get 20% off your Delete Me plan when you text HIT, HIT to 64000. Message and data rate to apply. The only way to get the 20% off is to text HIT, HIT to 64000. That's HIT, HIT to 64000. Message and data rates apply. Delete Me. I got it. You should too. Support the sponsors of the show. Please, least you can do. You should have. Honestly. Everything's on your phone. Everything's, I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I get crazy phishing stuff all the time in my email. It's ridiculous. Delete Me. Go get it. King Day says, what do you think about the Chiefs money line week 2 and the way they start 0-2, revenge game versus Philly? It is a interesting spot. And normally it's a spot I'm looking to play. They're off a bad travel spot. The Eagles, let's be honest, the Eagles game. It was a half a game. You run into a delay and things change. I don't know. I know it's good. It's a marquee game next week. I know people are going to want to get in on it. Talked a little bit about it on Looking Lines the other day on Wednesday night. I see Philly minus 1.5 at DraftKings and FanDuel. I see Kansas City minus 1.5 at Pinnacle. We'll see where this one ends up. Totals 45.5. I want to say an over, believe it or not. The Kansas City defense did not look all that great. Philly defense gave up some points to Dallas. I could see this one being an over. I can see this game being an over. Do yourself a favor and buy it for your older family members. Should help reduce the scammers calling them. Absolutely, Dan. Good point. Maybe I'll use this as a personal endorsement. So you know what? Cut down on the scam calls to Nan and Pop, Mom and Dad. Diane's always throwing out good ideas. There you go, Di. Make sure you use a HIT so they know you got it from me. All right, college football today. Again, we are 7-8 here with the free picks, and I have to do better with free picks because, let's be honest, everybody wants the free picks to win. Iowa State, Lehigh early, Cincinnati, South Florida, Memphis, Mississippi State, San Diego State. I think Cincy is in a spot where the line was 17.5. It's gone up 6 points. You were in it against Nebraska. Late interception kind of cost you there. And you're playing a team. I said this last night, and I was with Kyle and Kiev and Step on a Duck, and we're doing a Spaces, and I was like, Drew Pine threw for 100 yards. The guy is a 6-year – got through 22 touchdown passes at Notre Dame. He had 100 yards versus Lafayette, not even UL Lafayette last week. If Satterfield can't get Cincy to win this one going away, he's got problems. I mean, he's got his quarterback back, wide receiver. He's got his offensive talent there. You lost a tough one. At least you're in that. You know, that's not a bad loss. Take care of business, Cincy. South Florida. And I really don't like doing things like this because I liked Boise last week. Or was that 2 weeks ago? I don't remember. Days just run, you know, it's football. They're all the same days. This is where I wanted South Florida with getting points from the Gators. This is where I wanted them off of a loss, so I get some extra points here. It's 18. You know, Boise would have won, maybe be 20, whatever. I like Memphis. That's that. Mississippi State, these guys played last year. I think Mississippi State wins this one outright. I do like the quarterbacks. I like both quarterbacks, but I know Mississippi State was not terrible. I know they're picked towards the bottom of the SEC, but I'm just not sold on Arizona State. San Diego State and Washington. Now, this is an interesting kind of one because the line has flipped around a little bit here. It's 2.5, 1. It's back forth. The Washington quarterback, who last year they won 29-26 last year on the road, they beat San Diego State. They were 14-point favorite, by the way. 29-26. He is gone. They won 13-10 as a 16-point favorite last week over Idaho. 3 yards total rushing versus Idaho. Now, San Diego State won 42-0. Again, they had a punching bag themselves. They were 20-point favorites, 19-point favorites. They won. 93 yards allowed on defense. 10 starters back on defense. If you're rushing for 3 yards versus Idaho, and now I got San Diego State in a winnable spot, even though they're dogs, in a revenge kind of game where the best player's gone, the coach, new coach, new staff, all this. I gotta roll with San Diego State. Gotta roll with San Diego State in this one. Over is not a bad look. Which game are we talking about there? The Philly Chiefs game? I think it's got a shot to go over. Brian's and what's going on? Happy Saturday, Sean. Let's everyone get some money. That's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to figure out here. Trying to get that money. Penn State 6-0. Texas Tech 21-0. Virginia 7-7. Jacksonville State up 7-0. Pitt is up on Central Michigan. Iowa State on the board 3-0. The SMU up 7-0 on Baylor. I got Baylor not looking good there. Not looking good early, I guess. And then we got the Lehigh laying 19 at a 7-7 versus Sacred Heart. We'll see how that one plays out. Can I find that stream somewhere? Texas Tech now 21-0. Here we go. The Red Raiders. 21-0 in the first quarter. The route is on. Iowa plus 3.5. Texas Tech minus 48. Oh, they're on the way. It's 21-0. Michigan versus Oklahoma taking a 5.5 with their young quarterback there. UAB Navy over 58.5. Baseball, Rangers with the Grom. Giants keep winning. The Brew Crew with Woody Woodruff, right? Woodruff's on the hill. I didn't do any baseball. I shouldn't say I didn't do any. I didn't do any here in the video. I got one game out, like Atlanta today. I was just looking at the football and thinking I'm going 12-0 in football, not worrying about any MLB today, Brian. You got the extra hook on the Iowa game. I like the Iowa State. I didn't pull the trigger on it. It's here in the chat of 3.5. It's just a tough series. I mean, how many would they win in the last couple Cy-Hawk trophies? Texas Tech, and the problem is, I have such a problem. I was telling another guy on Twitter, he was asking about a Minnesota game, and I'm like, they'd be laying 40, and the total's gonna be like 55. And I'm like, I can't get behind huge fades like this. I mean, 40. I mean, you're on your way. It's 21-0 in the first. I mean, how are they not putting up, 56? But that's just a monster number to give. That's like the old school NCAA tournaments when Duke and those schools were giving like 38 and 42 and to the number 16 seeds. Yeah, I like that over. I like that over 45. Pizza money on the Phillies today. I'm not playing with baseball today. Again, Gary, you're never going to convince me to take these 160s. I will just pass. I'll pass it collected another sport today. Atlanta first 5 run line, yes. Only play the 3.5. Yeah, it's down to 3 for that, or it was when it started. See, I like 3.5s and 7.5s. I like the favorites in those spots, Brian. I like the favorites. I think they're trying to lure you in with that hook. And when it's a 2.5 or a 6.5, I'm going to prefer a dog, because I think the first inclination of people will be like, look at that. I'm getting, I just got to win by a touchdown. Oh, look at that. They win by 3. I cover. I got 3.5. And in those spots, I think it's a favorite by double digits. That's the way I think. I don't know. Doesn't always work out, but the SMU is up now 10-0. My love affair with Baylor is done. I am done with Baylor after an 0-2 start to the season. Goodbye, Baylor. Thank you for nothing. Baylor. Where's the Teaser Tuesday? Where's the banners for Teaser Tuesday? Okay, Teaser Tuesday is still available. Ole Miss, Mizzou, and South Florida in the Teaser Tuesday side of things. Cincinnati, they're South Florida again. Memphis, Mississippi State, and San Diego State, all still bettable as we do the show right now. Hoosiers up 14-0 against Kennesaw. Signetti excellence. I mean, playing Kennesaw. Come on. I think they were a 40-point favorite. I mean, I'm showing 35.5 here. I don't know if you're being silly or sarcastic or serious. I don't know. I thought Penn State. I thought about laying the 42 with them today. Franklin likes to run it up against bad teams for the boosters. This is a good spot for them. 7-0, not looking good in the first quarter. I mean, 14-0, I feel a little better. Feel a little bit better if it was Jacksonville State now 7-6. I guess Liberty just punched it in. All right. Let's wrap this guy up. Tomorrow is Sunday, which means NFL action, which means look ahead lines, which means you got to put that notification bell on for YouTube. So you know when I roll look ahead lines. And, of course, I'm going to have to do a Sean Shorty I'll do a double Sean Shorty. Maybe even a triple. Maybe we'll do a 1 o'clock Sean Shorty, a 4 o'clocker, and then the night game because I don't have anything on the night game. I'll probably roll out a play for the night game for the shorties. Give it a follow on the YouTube. We've covered everything. The games have been posted. The views are down. It is time to move on. Have a happy Saturday. Good luck to you. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.